From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weekend weather.
Fred Gossage in for Bryan Wilson on this Sunday morning with your latest forecast update here for the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. Working from the home weather center this morning, but we will be live in studio at noon today and then in studio for the duration of the winter storm. Just working from home this morning so I can make sure that you have fresh information, but that I'm still able to do my personal preparations to be at the studio for the winter storm. It's going to be a cold day today, mostly sunny to start our Sunday. Temperatures in the upper teens and lower 20s this morning, gradually warming into the upper 20s, lower 30s. Southern Middle Tennessee, most of us likely not going to get above freezing this afternoon, although Northwest Alabama likely to be into the low to mid 30s, so briefly above freezing for a lot of us. And then we get cold tonight, and the winter storm conditions start tonight. You see on the hourly forecast, maybe a few flurries or light snow showers as early as the sunset hours, and we're likely to start seeing accumulating snow on the ground as early as the late evening hours. This is not going to wait until tomorrow on Monday. There will be impacts starting during the evening and overnight hours of tonight. National Weather Service has upgraded the area to a winter storm warning here. The counties in pink, that is a winter storm warning across all of southern middle Tennessee, large part of northwest Alabama, back in North Mississippi, that runs until 6 a.m. on our Tuesday. So that means for tonight and all of Monday under a winter storm warning. The only county in our viewing area not under this winter storm warning is Morgan County, Alabama. They are under a winter weather advisory, that bluish purple shading there, for also some travel impacts from mixed precipitation. But significant snow accumulations are likely in a large part of this winter storm warning area. Here's our latest thinking on snow accumulations tonight through Monday night. We've started to be able to hone in on this highest threat area for a heavy snow band. We've drawn that here in purple. High resolution models really agreeing now that we have the upper level system actually onshore and being observed by our balloon network, so that the computer models aren't just guessing at its intensity anymore. They actually have observational data from it to pull into the model. So we're starting to get the models locking in here on the location of our heavy snow band, and that runs from Hardin County, Tennessee, in the northern half of Tishomingo County, Mississippi, and then further back into Mississippi. But from there on up into northwestern areas of Colbert County, northern and western central areas of Lauderdale County in Alabama, and then through a large part of Hardin County, Wayne County, Lawrence County, into parts of Giles County, Tennessee. That's where we're really zeroing in on the heaviest snow potential. And in that range, we're talking about the possibility of 4 to 6 inches of snow accumulation when all is said and done. And there could be some localized totals in there that are just a little bit heavier than that. Outside of that area, still heavy snow totals in the white region, 3 to 5 inches of snow in the white zone, and can't rule out some isolated areas even heavier than that in locations. And this could still wiggle by a few miles, but I think we're locking in on the location of it. And that 3 to 5 inch area goes as far north as Spring Hill and Columbia and Hohenwald, all the way down through Lewisburg and Pulaski, down into northern Limestone County, just north of Athens, back into the immediate Shoals Metro, over toward the Cherokee area and back into Tishomingo. And then south of that, as far south as Red Bay, Russellville, the Town Creek area, over toward Athens, 2 to 3 inches of snow. And south of that, 1 to 2 through Phil Campbell and Moulton and Hartselle and Decatur. We've had to lower the snow totals south of the Tennessee River because we've been getting increasing confidence that some sleet and freezing rain will start mixing in, because we're going to have some warmer air about 5,000 feet above the ground that punches north close to the Tennessee River for a few hours on Monday, and that transitions things over to sleet and freezing rain for a little bit. But there's our snow totals forecast as of this Sunday morning. Here's where we're thinking where the sleet and freezing rain sets up, and it's generally from about Red Bay and Russellville and Littleville over toward about Athens, and then southward in our viewing area. That goes over east of our viewing area counties over through the Huntsville Metro and northeast Alabama as well. The areas in pink here is where we think sleet and freezing rain mixes in with all of this, and there may not be as much snow because of that, but there could be some serious travel impacts because of a tenth to a quarter of an inch of sleet and freezing rain mix, which makes icy travel even across these areas, even where there may be less snow accumulation. Here's the latest from our high-resolution Barron Futurecast model, showing us mostly clear to partly cloudy this morning, starting in the upper teens and low to mid-20s across the area by 8 o'clock. Northerly wind bringing in the Arctic air. Notice that into the midday and afternoon, we still don't really warm too much. Upper 20s, lower 30s across the area by noon. Northwest Alabama may get into the mid-30s for daytime highs, but temperatures are already dropping into the afternoon. And then by 4 or 5 o'clock, Futurecast starts moving this light snow and sleet mix into the area with temperatures down into the 20s. Some of this may initially evaporate the first hour or two because of drier air, but that acts to cool the atmosphere from evaporational cooling, and it also moistens the atmosphere up, getting us ready for snow and sleet to reach the ground. And I think if it's not doing that by 5, by 6, 7, I think it will, then that snow and sleet continues on into the overnight and gets heavier with time. And I think before daybreak, we're probably already talking about impactful snow accumulation on the ground across the area. And then the snow band actually gets heavier as we head into the morning, midday, and afternoon hours of Monday, as the upper level system actually moves across and intensifies the snow band. At this time around midday to the early afternoon, that's also when that warmer air about 5,000 feet starts mixing in near and south of the Tennessee River, and that's when places that may have started to snow, Red Bay, Russellville, Moulton, Decatur, may transition more over to sleet, but still some snow mixing in on into the evening hours before things dissipate overnight, clearing skies toward daybreak. And then the snowpack on the ground and that refrigeration and the radiational cooling allows us to get down into the low teens and likely upper single digits across the area by Tuesday morning, and we may be in the lower single digits by Wednesday morning. Some really cold air is coming for several days behind this. So the winter impact tracker, here's how the impacts break down from tonight through Monday night. In that heaviest band we showed, 4 to 6 inches of snow accumulation with possibility of some locally higher totals in there, so a high impact from snow accumulation. We've had to bump up icing just a little bit to the medium range, but that's focused near and south of the Tennessee River in North Alabama. Not a full-blown ice storm as of how it looks right now, but enough of a sleet and freezing rain mix to cause some travel issues there. And area-wide, regardless of whether it's sleet, it's snow, it's freezing rain, and all the things, significant travel issues are likely. And not just tonight and Monday, but because we're not going to get above freezing until Thursday, and we may struggle to get above 20 on Tuesday, we're talking about travel issues lasting a few days. I think roads don't improve too much outside of DOT crews working on them for Tuesday. I think Wednesday, when we get into the upper 20s to near 30 and we get some solar radiation from the sun onto the roadways, even if air temperatures are below freezing, we'll probably start to see some road improvement. And then we get into the upper 30s and lower 40s with some rain showers moving in by Thursday afternoon. So I think that will really improve things. But it's going to take a few days for the roads to really clear up across the area. And then also in the heavy snow band area, because we're talking about some of these higher top totals, there may be some scattered power outages across the area. So once more, just to break down the winter storm timeline, this doesn't wait until Monday. Snow begins across the area as early as 5 to 7 p.m., and I do think there will be accumulation on the ground that impacts travel as early as the overnight hours tonight, Sunday night. Monday morning and afternoon, that's when the heavy snow really ramps up, visibility goes down, widespread travel issues are likely as early as before daybreak, and that continues on through the afternoon. By the evening and overnight, the heavier snow tapers off, but some light flurries and sleet showers on into the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, because of the cold air in place and limited sunshine to really improve things until Wednesday and Thursday, lingering travel issues for a few days. This may be something that keeps the kids out of school for a few days, not just Monday and Tuesday. It may be on later into the week because, school bus decisions have to factor in those shady, hilly areas on the back roads, and it takes a while for those to clear, so just be aware of that. Now, stay updated with the latest information from the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. Through this winter storm, we will be here to monitor things and update you as needed. The best way to stay in touch with us when you're away from your smart TV or your computer is on the free Tennessee Valley Weather app. That is a completely free download in the Apple App Store or Google Play. If you can't scan the QR code there on the screen because of the type of device you're on as you're watching this, you can look in your appropriate app store, search for Tennessee Valley Weather. Look for our shield logo you see there on the screen. Make that free download. Get a Viper interactive radar. You can track storms with us during severe weather. You can track the snow down to street level. An hourly and 7-day forecast that's not automated. We build that by hand and put it into the app ourselves. Push notifications for watches and warnings. And you get a live streaming link to our 24/7 digital weather channel, which is also a live streaming link for when we have to do live breaking weather coverage, which we will with this winter storm and then other days during severe weather events. If you want to watch us on your smart TV, you definitely can. Search for Tennessee Valley Weather on YouTube, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or Apple TV. We're on those platforms as well. Now, after the winter storm, we're still cold like we talked about. Colder air is after the snow. Look at Wednesday morning, down into the low to mid single digits. Wind chills are likely below zero. Once we get above freezing, once we go below freezing later today, and some areas may not even reach that, but we don't get above freezing area wide until Thursday afternoon, and then another shot of colder weather coming toward the end of the upcoming week into next weekend. So we have some Arctic air around here for the next several days. Rain chances, or precipitation chances, I should say. Here's how they break down for the next 7 days. We're quiet for most of the daytime hours today, but snow chances ramp up tonight, and especially on Monday as the winter storm moves in. All that tapers off late Monday night into pre-dawn Tuesday. We're quiet for Wednesday, then a few showers possible by Thursday afternoon into Thursday night and Friday morning. Some of that may mix with a brief wintry mix. We'll see how that goes the next few days. A lot of uncertainty with that, but cold air is not really going to go anywhere, so we'll have to watch that carefully. Daytime highs for today across the area, they're going to struggle to reach the freezing mark and probably won't over southern middle Tennessee. Upper 20s, lower 30s, low to mid 30s over northwest parts of Alabama. So in Alabama, some folks will get briefly above freezing this afternoon. Everybody gets cold tonight, down into the mid to upper teens to the lower 20s for your overnight lows. Here's a look from the 7-day forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Again, snow starts as early as the evening today, not Monday. Today is when this starts by the evening hours. And then winter storm conditions late tonight and on through Monday. Widespread travel impacts are likely. I cannot stress that enough. Cold air coming for much of the week. We don't get above freezing until Thursday, and then we'll watch that system for the chance of a rain and wintry mix across the area. I do think that one's going to be a little warmer, so we'll see how that goes. And the colder air back in place again for next weekend. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. Again, we'll be in the studio today live at noon with forecast updates, and then we'll be in the studio with updates through the winter storm tonight and Monday as it evolves across the area.